Okay, today is November 14th, Thursday, 2024. I just wanted to make sure that I make my morning video. Today I'll be in an all-day training, actually today through Sunday. Last day I'm not sure if I'm gonna do or not. It's a Tony Robbins training. A friend of mine and I, we are gonna do it. It's called Unleash the Power Within. It's supposed to be removing fear within us. Sorry if there is food in my mouth. I had some breakfast. It was yogurt and a little bit of energy square. It's like if you heard of energy balls, they're like instead of balls, it's harder to make. So I just cut them in squares. So a little bit of energy squares. I put a little almond slices and what's the other thing? Another kind of nuts that is walnuts. Even though it sounds like a lot, but it was just a regular portion and a little bit of everything. So it kind of looks like yogurt, and top of it looks like granola, but it's not granola because granola is not healthy at all. It's like full of sugar. So this kind of makes it looks like it's granola, but so I had that, and I am still having my coffee in this cup. Enjoy the little things. Enjoy the little things. So this morning I talk about progress, and it's been a while I have talked about my progress. And this morning, certain situation, I'm actually proud of myself how I did things. So there were some challenging situations, but I made progress, and I'm proud of that. And sometimes that's what we got to remind ourselves, because we ourselves are the best judge of ourselves, right? If we are authentic, because in our heart we know that if we are making a mistake, if we are making a progress. So yeah, so I wanna kind of remind myself of and that took a long time in the past. If it was 6 months ago or a year ago, I think I would have handled the situation differently than I did today. So I'm proud of myself doing that. And as I'm eating my breakfast, I am actually watching some sort of like I watch this on YouTube sometime to visualize. It's mute, but it's like a nice beach and a house next to the beach. I find it nice and calm. Sometimes I watch coffee shops. I love coffee shops, different kind of coffee shops. So yeah, I'm excited about the training. We'll see how that goes. Virtual, I heard, is not as effective like it's supposed to be at the if you attend in person. They say all Tony Robbins training, if you attend in person, it's like a concert. I heard that he walks like 27 miles in 4 or 5 days training, and just being in that big auditorium or whatever they use. It's 27 miles. That's insane. So that much he walks around and people are all energized. And I know that I have been following a lot of his talks for a long time now. His concept is about your physiology changes your mental condition, which is very true. Sort of like, how if you're feeling sad and if you go for a walk or if you go to the gym, how when physically we are exercising, that helps how we start to feel better. So in the training also, I think he uses that a lot. And there are some research that his training, I think, we all learn from different things like training or reading, but what we retain is what usually we can use for ourselves. So retention is important. So his training, I read that the retention is, I think, most. So the way he does it, that technique really works. So excited about that. I do hear that virtual is good, but definitely not as good as like in person. But I'm still looking forward to learn some things. And as I go along, I will share some things that I learned from the show. I mean, show training. um, Also, tonight I have a Bible study that I'll be going to. I joined that group 2 weeks ago. The first one was potluck, and the second one was the last week was actual Bible study. So they do once a month potluck thing, I think. So I'll attend the training until evening, and then go attend the Bible study. People there are super nice, super nice. So looking forward to meeting them again. And the training is supposed to be very intense. So next couple of days, it'll be like, I think it's 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. A friend of mine who already attended, she said sometime actually 10 p.m. goes until 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. But I don't think I'll be attending that long because my friend, she has a younger kid, 1.5 years old. So I don't think we'll have that option to attend that long, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, so prayer videos have been helping me before going to bed, and after I get up from bed, I start my day with prayer videos, manifestation videos, or affirmation. So sometimes that's the thing, like, finding what works for us, and different thing works for us for different people, and that's an important key. Sometimes some YouTube channels even, right, like Tony Robbins, for example, is a controversial figure. Some people don't like him at all. Some do. I like him. I know that there are things that could be not 100%. I would want it to be the way for a self-help guru to be. But, I try to learn the good from everybody. I think everybody has some good to offer. So I look at it that way. So that way, there's always something to learn from others. And lately, I have noticed also my perspective had changed in a way that earlier this year, I remember from a workbook, they talked about not to judge, not to criticize, not to blame anyone, including ourselves, and just live an observer life. And as you live an observer life, think of, everything is like a movie, and your life is the main character in the movie. So that way, you're not blaming, judging, or criticizing. You're just, just observing and learning. Because like how Wayne Dyer said, we are all in this art school. Every experience we get to learn something, either good or bad. The good ones makes us feel better. The bad ones teaches us resilience, right? So recently I have been coming across videos where they talk about when we go through failures, when we go through challenging situations, that increases our resiliency to an extraordinary level. Every difficult situation increases our resilience. So, there is always something good to look at. And sometimes when people disagree with me these days, I kind of have a different perspective. I'm like, why they are looking at it this way when I'm looking at it a different way, right? So I'm more interested to know the why. And sometimes we cannot ask the why right away. That's the thing, right? If you're a close friend, you can ask that question. But if you just if they're acquaintance, you just got to know them, then you got to kind of need to learn more about them, like their life and all that, and then you can ask that question, and that might unfold some things that you have never thought of. So I try to go with more of an open mind when something I don't know or don't understand. And in some way it's interesting, my mom is probably a lot like that, because even though she was all in a small town in India, but for her to be that open-mindedness, she is so open-minded. I'm like, it blows my mind sometimes. I have no idea how she's so accepting in her life. So I think as I get older more and more, I kind of think of my mom in that way, that her resiliency level and how she is, how she lived her life. And they talk about, kids, how we learn by watching than what we are taught. So I hope I can do that for Alice. My mom, I think, lived an exemplary life. She is now in late 70s, so she has a lot of challenging health issues, which kind of happens with age. But her resiliency, oh my God, absolutely something that I admire. I don't get to see her much, but I still feel the connection with her. She's in India, in a small town, and if I were to go, it's 3 flights, long layovers. It's not easy. And for her, she can't come here in the US, but I have the connection. I feel the connection with her. Anyway, I got into a different kind of discussion, so I'll finish the video today quickly. I think I'll do some intention setting and visualization, and in my living in the present moment, affirmation, gratitude, all of this that I do usually on camera, but today I think I'll do off camera because I gotta get ready, and I think in a half hour or so I'll head out to my friend's place, and I'm looking forward to the training. I heard the first day is pretty intense and exciting, so I'll share in the video how that goes. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and remember, life is short, so enjoy anything that makes you feel happy instead of being sad and angry or whatnot. Just erase those things from the past, and this is the only moment that exists. Nothing exists beyond this in the future or in the past. This is the only moment. So even the little things like going for a coffee or tea or anything that you enjoy with a friend or family, just prioritize those. Priorities everything in life. If you enjoy something and you're not prioritizing that, that means you're spending the time somewhere else, which is not important to you. So I hope you do that, and I will plan to make another video tomorrow morning. Okay, bye.